I can give you my take on KC if you want, but you can't. You're not allowed to execute me when I give you my take. I'll give it to you after the game. I think KC have a bit of a flaw. Bro, I feel like KC early games are rubbish. Do it. Don't worry. Nothing will happen to you. Whoa! Whoa, Kameto, hey! Yo! What the? Oh my god. I'm about to get taken out.
Into the pit to try and steal it away, but he isn't able to
absolutely
do so.
caught. No, I'm not gonna be mean. I don't think I'm mean to any team. I just like I just have like a few things that I see from KC that I'm like, you know, is that gonna win in the split? I feel like lane swaps were great for KC.
But hey, SK's having fun with it. They know that
the best thing about lane swaps not being there for KC is that Kana is absolutely slamming everyone into the ground. Absolutely great. Kana is destroying. We literally never swapped. Wasn't it the finals you guys swapped? I remember rewatching the finals, you were swapping. Alright, the KC thing. Yeah, I feel like what I noticed, this split at least, is K-Corp's early games just kind of suck. But their mid to late games really good. But what they're good at is they're like... if you watch Yike play Maokai, for example, what he's really good at is he will do topside start, clear to bot, base, do his topside, run to Drake, dragon, and then just clear again. And they just stack Drakes like that. And the early game's not explosive and has many kills, but it's like they're just he'll just pass into an objective and start it, and then he'll go back to his camp.
Well, I was doing too quick. It did feel a little bit like a back and forth.
Like this, for example, this is what I think K-Corp like does. Maokai starts topside, he clears the bot. He does crab, he bases, he does top camps, right clicks dragon at 5 minutes, starts dragon. And then they have like a good bot matchup. And those kind of things they're good at, I feel like. When it comes to like moving around the map or like on time objectives is good. But I feel like their early games don't have much like fire in it, you know? And that's why they're good at champs like Maokai and Ivern and shit like that. Because these champs scale, they're good at playing around dragons, and they're always reliable in the game, no matter what. So if you have like a solid winning top, having champs like Maokai and Ivern is always good to facilitate, or Sejuani or whatever it is. When it comes to playing like carry junglers who are like skirmish heavy and, you know, they need to snowball the game. Like, for example, I think the meta right now in the LCK, Xin Zhao prio is very high, Ari prio is very high, Talia, whatever. EU, for some reason, still has Zyra prio, I feel like, whereas they don't really touch Zyra. They play like these AD bruiser junglers, and they're very like force heavy on 3v3s, or they swap and they force fights on grubs and shit like that. But if the game is slow paced, and KC can just play like a not a strong 1v1 jungler, and it's like a good scaling teamfight jungler, then they're just auto-winning the game. They will auto-win. If they have Sejuani, Maokai, Ivern, the game is automatically won, I feel like, half the time. Unless they fuck up somewhere, right? But when they play champs like Vi, the game becomes more dynamic in the sense where you're very strong in 2v2s and 3v3s, but also your team fights are not just sit on vision and fight. It's more like pick focused. And that's where they struggle a bit, I think. What is their... So K-Corp, this split... Okay, so K-Corp, this split has a 70% win rate. They're 11-5. At 15 minutes, they're on average down 700 gold. Apple says he's right, but I'm calling the army. Okay. Yeah, I feel like KC is the best team in Europe if the game can just stay stable. If it can just stay stable. But I feel like against some of the LCK teams, they're like really fast-paced. You know what the best... I feel like if there's one thing you could say that LCK teams are better at than Western teams or LPL teams, whatever, is they are so much better at using their tempo advantages. It's crazy. I feel like when they have tempo, they are so much stronger. They're always first. They're like a little earlier than you, or they're always a step ahead. I feel like that's like the one thing they're so good at. Everything's so quick. You know, if they're gonna recall after pushing out bot, they'll take 2 steps back and make sure they get that base off. And then they'll be there like 5 seconds earlier. And then, I don't know.